Yeah, it's officially the biggest midget in the game. I don't know. Make way for the SO.
Object-oriented programming, polymorphism. We now continue our study of object-oriented programming by explaining and demonstrating polymorphism with inheritance hierarchies. Polymorphism enables us to program in the general rather than program in the specific. In particular, polymorphism enables us to write programs that processes objects that share the same superclass in the class hierarchy as if they are all objects of the superclass. This can simplify programming. Consider the following example of polymorphism. Suppose we create a program that simulates the movement of several types of animals for biological study. Classes fish, frog and bird represent the three types of animals under investigation. Imagine that each of these classes extend superclass animal, which contains the method move and maintain an animal's current location as XY coordinates. Each subclass implements method move. Our program maintains an array of references to objects of the various animal subclasses. To simulate the animal's movements, the program sends each object an same message once per second, namely move. However, each specific type of animal responds to a move message in a unique way. A fish might swim there 3 feet, the frog might jump 5 feet, and the bird might fly 10 feet. The program issues the same message to each animal object generated, but each object knows how to modify its XY coordinates appropriately for its specific type of movement, relying on each object to know how to do the right thing. In response to the same method call is the key concept of polymorphism. The same message sent to a variety of objects has many forms of results, hence the term polymorphism. With polymorphism, we can design and implement systems that are easily extendable. New classes can be added with little or no modification to the general portions of the program, as long as the new classes are part of the inheritance hierarchy that are program processes generated. The only parts of program that must be altered to accommodate new classes are those that require direct knowledge of the new classes that the programmer adds to the hierarchy. For example, if we extend class animal to create class tortoise, we need to write only the tortoise class and the part of the simulation that instances a tortoise object. The portions of the simulation that process each animal generally can remain the same. This chapter has several parts. First, we discuss common examples of polymorphism. We then provide an example demonstrating polymorphic behavior. We will use superclass references to manipulate both superclass objects and subclass objects polymorphically. We then present a case study that revisits the employee hierarchy of section 9.4.5. We develop a simple payroll application that polymorphically calculates the weekly pay of several different types of employee using each employee's earnings method. Though the earnings of each type of employee are calculated in a specific way, polymorphism allows us to process the employees in the general. In the case study, we enlarge the hierarchy to include two new classes, salaried employee and hourly employee, salary and so-called time and a half for overtime. We declare a common set of functionality for all the classes in the updated hierarchy in the so-called abstract class. Employee from which classes? Salaried employee, hourly employee and commission employee inherit directly, and class base plus commission employee for inherit indirectly. As you will soon see, we will invoke each employee's earnings method of a superclass employee reference. The correct earnings calculation is performed due to Java polymorphic capability. Occasionally, when performing polymorphic processing, we need the program in the specific. Our employee case study demonstrating that the program can determine that type of an object at execution time and act on object accordingly. In the case study, we use these capabilities to determine whether a particular employee object is a base plus commission employee. If so, we increase employee's base salary by 10%. Next, introduce interfaces. An interface describes method that can be called on an object but does not provide concrete method implementations. You can declare classes that implement one or more interfaces. Each interface method must be declared in all the classes that implement the interface. Once class implements an interface, all objects of that class have an easy relationship with the interface type, and all objects of the class are guaranteed to provide the functionality described by the interface. This is true of all subclasses of the class as well. Interfaces are particularly useful to assigning common functionality to possibly unrelated classes. This allows objects of unrelated classes to be processed polymorphically. Objects of classes that implement the same interface can respond to the same method calls. To demonstrate creating and using interfaces, we modify our payroll application to create a general accounts payable application that can calculate payments due to company employees and invoice amount to be billed for purchased goods. As you will see, interface enable polymorphic capabilities similar to these possible with inheritance.